What's going on, everyone? Jay the Trader here. I trade contracts on Twitter. In today's video, we're going to go over the market recap, what happened in the market today, what are we expecting for tomorrow, and doing this, we're going to create a game plan and go about that game plan. So right off the bat, let's just go in there right now. So, I mean, the rally, we shouldn't be surprised of this rally, right? What did we say yesterday in our game plan? We said, well, we expected a sell-off, if the Feds were speaking. We expected an initial reaction if things got crazy for prices sell down to around that 49.47, worst case 49.35, and we would have bought up price using a stop at 49.28 with a target at 49.40 or 49.97. We also said we are watching that 49.60 area because that is where stops were placed yesterday. We broke above those stops, turned it into support, and now we are using that as an intraday support. So I said on any pullbacks, watch that 49.60 because that's where I personally went long on futures. And I also said, if it gets crazy, you can still buy it up at 49.47, 49.35. The market is still bullish, okay? Now, the Feds were speaking. We had a numerous amount of Fed speeches today, and they pretty much all said the same thing. To sum it up, they're all waiting for data, okay? All of the Fed speakers are waiting for data. They're all going to wait for data. Like, they're not going to make any set of moves until they see what data is. So if that data is still coming in harder than expected, what's going to happen? Well, they're going to lean more bullish on the market. The market is going to go up, being that the Fed will have to, lower rates. So with that being the case, let us go and see what is going on right now. Well, we are rallying right now. We are rallying, but this rally shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. If you go back in my previous videos and you look at what levels we needed to hold above, I said a lot of stops were here at this 71 to 73 level. There was a lot of stops there. A lot of shorts were here. As you can see, there was a lot of shorts shorting that. And now that we have broken above it, I think there was some news of Europe going into recession. We've broken above that, and now we are headed to push higher. So my target for this move is very short, very simple, very sweet. A push back to 49.97. Now, would I be a buyer up here? No. Am I swinging a long position? Yes. So if I weren't in a position, how would I want to play this? Well, I'd first try and identify where's that short-term trend at? Where's that short-term trend at right now? I see this. Okay. If I were to play this, I'd want to wait for a pullback. Understanding that a lot of the stops were at that 71 to 73 level, you want to see a pullback towards that level. You want to see a pullback towards 70, 71. You want to see it hold, and you can play long. Worst case scenario is a pullback right back into that 49.56 area, right? The 49.60 to 49.56. You can buy there for a multiple. You can't even call this a double bottom, but that'll be a huge intraday demand zone touch. So I would be a buyer at either of these levels. Up here around that 70, I'd be a little bit cautious, play light. Down here, seeing that support hold again on the pullback at 49.60 to 49.57, I'd play with a better size. Now, again, my target is 49.97. I'm looking for that, and then I'll be out. If it goes further than that, hey, it goes further than that. But so far, we are still in a channel. We are still in a range. The market is still bullish, so there's no reason to be shorting this. The shorts, again, like I said in our previous video, you are adding fuel to the fire for this thing to just continue going up. You are being that spring to make us pop. Don't short yet. Wait for bearish news to come. Wait for cooler than expected news to come on these data front points, and then that'll give you your key to short. But when the Fed is involved and we have harder than expected news, the market is going to continue going up. So the game plan is short, simple, and sweet. I have longs that I'm holding overnight. So my goal is just to really see how price action reacts if it wants to pull back to this 49.71. If it pulls back to 49.71, I will add if it holds. If it can't hold, I will wait before adding. Wait for that pullback right back into that 49.60, 49.57, and I will add again. Stops on this one would be a little bit lenient, so I'll keep my stops at around 49.38 this time, 49.38 instead of that 49.28. So I'm moving my stops up a little bit 10 points as we go into profits here, but I'm not pushing my stops in profit just yet. So and the target will remain at 49.97. I do have Fibonacci's that will give me targets up. So let me open that real quick. So 49.97, let's push to the hourly time frame. So 5,004 will be the next target up. So I'll hold for 5,004 on ES. So right now, yes, I'm in my longs, I'm holding my longs, and on a pullback, I want to see 49.71 hold. I'll add light if we can get a pullback to that 49.60, 49.57, add a nicer size position. Stop loss 49.38, target 49.97 of 5,004. I hope this game plan helps you all going forward for tomorrow. I mean, it's pretty simple to follow. If you do have any questions, just hit me up on Twitter. But yeah, take care. I hope you print.